Hey, 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 hey. Yes. Happy Mothering Monday. I am really excited about this. Um, it was just something that popped in my head. So, hey guys, happy Mothering Monday. I am Jacosta. Welcome to my channel. Whenever you decide to jump onto my channel, or whenever you decide you want to, join and you're watching this Mothering Monday, I'm glad that you're here. So, the reason I'm doing Mothering Mondays, right, is to kind of lead up to Mother's Day. So, in that, I am a mommy. So, do not slight this mommy. Subscribe to my channel, hit that like, share, comment. Okay. Because this is all about, well, mommies. And I'm going to try my best to be able to do this on Mondays up until Mother's Day because I feel like moms, you know, sometimes we get a little slighted and it's hilarious because my kids were just having a full conversation because I was like, hey guys, I'm going to do what I call Mothering Mondays. And they were like, oh, so are we going to be included because we made you the mom? And I thought that was so dope. And I said, you know what? You know, one Monday, I will definitely include you guys and we'll have conversations. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to have my boys jump in. So happy Mothering Monday to all the moms and welcome. As I always say, hit that like, subscribe, share, and definitely comment. But another thing, hey now, if you are not interested in this, is fine. Still subscribe, still hit like, and help me out. So I want to discuss just on this Mothering Monday. I'm going to have you all join me for times that we may discuss our children, times that we may try to help other moms, times that we might just need to vent. Just, it's going to be all things mommy, all things mom, or ma. I call my mom ma. Um, she hates it because I used to call her mommy, and I'll call her mommy sometimes, and sometimes I call her lady. And I don't even know where that came from, but I've just started like calling her lady. So sometimes, yeah, I'll call my mom lady and she answers. But be that as it may, I just have had some really dope moms that I've met as my friends. I've patterned myself off of them. And I thought to myself, like, why not do something about moms on my channel? I'm a busy mom, right? If there was a weekday with a B, I would put busy mom because Lord knows that is me. I am a busy mom. And when you're a busy mom, you don't have a lot of time for yourself. I'm doing some more schooling. I'm forever going to school for something. Let's just be honest. It's just something. I'm starting to think like, girl, is it something you just like to do? But yeah, I guess so, right? I'm just always going to school. and I love it. Another thing is I work. So I'm a working mom. Uh like I have so many titles as a mom. And I want you all, whoever jumps in here, whenever you decide to jump in and join, I want you all to say what type of mom you are, like everything that you may do. And oh my gosh, if you're a stay at home mom, let's be honest, that's a lot because I've been that as well. I've been a stay at home mom, and it is not an easy task by no means. So, if that's you, if you're a stay at home mom, kudos. I am definitely proud of you. You amazing stay at home mom. So, whatever you are, the best thing is that you're a mom. And today, I just want to have a few minutes and talk about some things that I do with my boys. Let me put this up here. Now that says stay at home moms work endlessly. Yes. She said, been there and done that. Absolutely. Stay at home moms, they do. And it's not an easy task at all. And when you have littles, my boys are 22 months apart. So to have them at the same time, and the great thing about it is my boys were never in Pampers together, because when I found out I was pregnant, okay, story. Let's tell a story. When I found out I was pregnant with my save the best for last, um he he was a surprise, and I was excited because I wanted another child. But then I looked over at Connor, because Connor was like 16 months at this time when I found out that I was pregnant. I looked and I was like, yeah, we're going to keep on and we're going to work even harder with this potty training. So he was pretty much good when it came to going to the bathroom, me potty training him. Wasn't just like extremely difficult. I started when he was well, let me just say when he could walk. And I was like, you going to the pot. And I took the pot everywhere. I would put it at the corner of the kitchen. Um, so while I'm cooking, if I look over, what you doing? Go to the pot. Like it was just potty time. And funny thing is, I was just like, I don't want to have two babies, um, two and under, walking around Pampers. I only wanted to change one diaper. And I do not believe in grown people's poop, because that's what the baby's poop start. When you start feeding those babies solid food, I don't see how you parents do it when you guys have these 3.5-year-olds and you're still changing diapers. I can't. That takes a strong nose, and my nose ain't that strong. So I cut it and got rid of it. So I had Connor potty trained, and then when Dylan came along, Dylan was like, I gotta go pee pee, pee pee, pee pee, because he wanted to do it just like Connor, right? So that was the good thing. All right, let's rock and roll. So one thing that I want to talk about are things that I do with my preteen and my little, well, not even really preteen, my teenager. Um, I ams. I do affirmations with my kids. And I do them a lot. I started it when they were 2 and 4. And they found it really silly and fun, right? So at 2 and 4, you're saying cutesy stuff, you know, like I am brave, I'm a hero, mommy, I hero, mommy, I hero. That's it. So you're doing it, but you're getting them used to motivating themselves while you motivate them, right? You're getting your kids used to that. So That's why I chose to say, let me talk to y'all about some I am affirmations for your children. And I I literally watch my boys see their affirmations turn into their manifestations. And Dylan, for him to be confident, to go back into the building, affirmations were critical because think about this, we left COVID, you guys. And my mommies, we left COVID and we had to school our kids. Then we had to get them back acclimated to go into the building. And for Dylan, he was just like, and this was his first year back in the building. He was just like, whoa, it was just one of those things that they really weren't in the building, but for a few months in public sector because they went to private school for so long that when they got in the public school, I had to explain a lot to them in reference to public school. So then COVID happened and they had only been in school like that little split second for public school. So now they're no longer in a building, they're at home and they did extremely well. Like they stayed with their straight A's and things like that. But when I had to get him back in the building, I had a discussion with his teachers just to let them know, hey, I never put him back in the building. So they've been out of the building for 2 years. And but now he's thriving. However, I say that me doing these affirmations and building on them as they get older with things that fit them was very helpful. So we'll do affirmations in the evening and in the morning. So in the morning, we're on our way to school and immediately we pop in and we're praying, right? And then after the prayer, we start our I ams. So now they're not the little cutesy ones, where, and like I said, I am a hero, no, it's more so I am educated, I am smart, I am a leader, I am a king, those things. And when they're saying it, I can see they believe it. So part of Dylan's was I am confident, I speak up, I speak clear. And because I knew that was going to be that issue. So he had to say those affirmations. I speak up, I speak clear, I speak up, I speak clear. And guess what he does now? He raises his hand when he knows the answer. He raises his hand when he doesn't understand. He speaks up and he speaks clear. And it's because not only am I pouring into my children, but I am motivating them as well, right? I am that motivating power. And all I'm doing is taking my energy. Because if you all had noticed, like, yeah, I don't care when it is. I got this energy that I'm like looking like, God, where did it come from? But that's just me. So I'm taking that and I am transferring that into these two black men, right? And into these black kings, into these young black boys, and into these black men, and into these men and these boys, removing that part of it and just pouring into them. And to where they're like, I am brave. Because I say I am brave, and they're saying they're brave, I'm bold. And those things, even though mommy is motivating them, but their repetition, they're repeating it, them repeating it and repeating it has them believing just that. I'm a leader. Then I go watch, and Connor is a leader. And then I get to his school, and all the people know him. They don't even teach him, right? And he's only been there since August, but they know him because they say, "Oh my gosh, your son, he's such a leader." I'm like, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm a sixth grade teacher." "Well, he's in the seventh grade." However, I know that, or the assistant principal giving him his kudos. Or just this evening, I received a message in reference to Dylan, and it said, Dylan is awesome. He is such a gentleman and so kind. I know you are proud of him. And let's say this, that's just the librarian. That's not even his teachers. And his teachers say the same thing. But guess another affirmation we say, I am a servant of God. And one thing I know is he'll talk about how he asked to go and help in the library. He asked to go serve because I say every day, be of service to someone. You're placed on this earth to serve. And so what did I tell you? We pray, we say our affirmations. I tell them be of service to someone in this day. And even in the prayer, I say, God, please, if there's an opportunity where we can serve someone today, allow us those opportunities, allow us those moments so that you can get the glory, not us, but you, but that we can be of service, right? So then I turn that around with, we've prayed that prayer, then I hit them with that affirmation, and they're saying, I am a servant of God. And then they go and they serve someone. Come on. This is what we have to do with our kids, because let me tell you, it is ugly in those schools. When I say it's ugly. And our children are faced with so much. And here it is, we're mothers, we're mothering. Okay. And sometimes we need some little tips to get our kids going. So on this Mothering Monday, I just was like, let me give you guys some of the tips, some of the things that I do with my kids. You may not, you may be like, I don't do that. Oh, okay, fine. But grab what is good for you and your children, right? Somebody may place some things in the comments that, hey, I tried this with my kids and it works. But we have to reach our children because they're faced with so much where our children can feel like they're nothing. Our children can feel like, why am I here? Why should I still be on this earth? And if our children are thinking that, then are we mothering our children? You know? So that was a part of the Mothering Mondays, putting those into your kids' life. I said some that I say to my boys. I always say, also, I am consistent because the boys know I'm a stickler about consistency. One thing that Miss Wanda, God rest her soul, I love her, that woman. One thing she said is, I can say something about you because I love you. She told me, you're a good person. I was like, oh, hey, thanks. She said, but that's not even it. The reason I like you. So I was wondering when she told me it's because you're consistent. Who you are is who you are. She said, you've never changed. You are consistent. She said, you don't come off like stuck up. You come off so real and down to earth. I was like, okay. But it made me feel great because I was like, wow, consistency is key. And you gotta be sure you are consistent. And so I tell my boys that because guess what? I want them to be consistent when they are dating. I want them to be consistent in their work ethic. I want them to be consistent in their friendships. I just want them to be consistent. Okay. I say, I am dedicated. It's something I say to them because I want them to be dedicated to things. I am determined. I want them to be determined to complete things that they're supposed to complete, determined to not give up, determined to make it through, determined to move on and get things done, determined. I want that for them. And I want them to be dependable. So that's something they say, I am dedicated, I'm dependable, I am consistent, I am focused. I am, and those of you who may have kids who have trouble focusing on things, tongue tied. if you do, that should be one of the things they say. I am focused. If you have a scholar with ADHD, I said scholar, sorry guys. If you have a child with ADHD, have them say that I am focused. I am focused, and have them center themselves and be able to say those things. Have them just pour into themselves, because some things that I always say is sometimes we are our best cheerleader. And I know moms, you are the best cheerleader for your children, but sometimes we're not going to be right there for our kids. And so we have to send them off with a package, with some luggage that'll help them cheer themselves on when we are not there to cheer them on. So for us to tell them things like that, it is helpful. I have my boys say, I'm a man of God. And then they'll tell me that. Like if I say something to them, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm not sure, blah, blah, blah." And they're like, "What do you mean you're not sure?" And then they'll say something else. And I know they'll say stuff like, "I know because I'm a man of God." And I'm like, "You're what now?" I had to repeat it because I said, "You're what now?" "I'm a man of God, mommy. That's why I think that. That's why I believe that." I said, "Okay, right, you're right. But I like that because guess what? They're believing that. They know that in their heart. You got to do this for your children. They are receiving so much in this freaking world that if we're not mothering our children are going to be missing out and not getting what they need. So that's why affirmations are important, because guess what I am doing? I am having my boys to say them. My boys are becoming to believe them, and my boys are living them out and walking with them. So when I tell my boys, say, I am brave, and they say, I am brave, guess what? These jokers feel like they are brave. So when these kids say stupid stuff to them at school, they don't go, oh, this hurt me. No. Dylan said, Mommy, today, this boy, he was like, you're a nerd. Dylan said, oh, thank you so much for the compliment. Is this thing on? Dylan said, I said, oh, thank you so much for the compliment. He said the boy looked at him like he meant for that to be an insult. Dylan said, Mommy, I love that I'm smart. He said, I don't understand why these kids like being dumb. And I was like, don't call them dumb. He's like, but no, why do they like that, Mommy? Can you tell me? I don't know. I don't know why kids think it's all right to not know things. But if mine wasn't constantly saying, I am brave, he might have folded when that young man said that. He might have. And teach your children, I don't know who will be watching this, but if you're a mommy and you're a mommy of color, or you are a Black mom, right? Teach your kids that being smart, catch this, is not a particular race. Education, smarts, is not a color. It's not a race. Because for some reason, when I listen to my boys tell me things and they're like, why do these kids act like Black kids can't be smart? And I'm like, what? When they asked me that the other week, I was like, boys, what are you talking about? Yeah, Mommy, I don't get. And I was like, no. And they were like, no, we're not saying us. We know it, but the kids, they just act like that. As if that's not a good thing. If we're not supposed to be smart because we're Black, but we're supposed to be smart. We're smart. And so here it is. You got to talk to your children. You got to talk to them, because if you're not, let me tell you something, the world is. So you got to pour into them. That's the Mothering Mondays. That's what I'm saying. The reason I'm going to do these is because I'm going to give some things that I do with my boys. I'm going to have some moms come on and talk about things they do with their children or things they've done with their children. And also talk about ways to scream and feel better in this motherdom. And y'all gonna see, I'm gonna come up with a lot of words. So I just wanted to say that, and I'll have my kids come on because they asked if they could come on, one Monday, and I'll definitely do that. But I want to get you guys understanding because it's important. Thanks, beautiful and bald. Let's see, because you are well spoken doesn't mean you're acting wrong. Yes, that's another thing. Because that's what Connor came and told me. Somebody said, um, oh, who's the whitest kid here? And they pointed at him. And I said, Connor, mommy's been called that a lot. And I get it. He was like, but I said, oh, because of how I speak. That's what Connor said. Connor said, I was like, mommy, I said, is it because of how I speak? Because I'm not. And that doesn't have that's not a color. That's not a race. That's not and he was trying to explain it to the kids. Again, my kids saying their affirmations have them want to educate people, not fold and be like, I'm so scared. He's calling me this. No, they're like, okay, so what's your reasoning? Like my kids want to educate. They want to educate others. But I don't think that it would be that if I wasn't pouring into them in that manner. That's why I wanted to start out with affirmations to say to your children. And no, it's not acting white as now the said. If you're very well spoken, if you pronounce your words, if you are educated, that does not have a race. So stop and pour into your children and let them know, you got to, because the world is letting them know if we don't. So let's get those affirmations to our kids. And I'm not saying you have to have this long list like I do. You and your children might have those quick hitters. Whatever y'all got, do your thing with them. Okay? Do those because that's very, very beneficial. Okay? I'm trying to think of another. Oh, so when I had Dylan say, I am confident, those affirmations that I speak up, I speak clear, I am confident. When he said those, like he started doing those, we added those in August because of him going into the building. And his teachers were like, oh my gosh, now he's speaking up, he's speaking clear, he's getting this confidence, he's coming out of this shell. And I was just like, okay, great. And I said, Dylan, do you see the prayer that you've prayed and the affirmations that you say coming to fruition? Do you see that happening? I asked him that. And I was like, okay, if you see it, thank God for it. Don't thank Dylan. Thank God for it. Because he was like, well, thank you, mommy. And I'm glad I could do. I said, no. Thank God for it. Because that's how I rock. That's how I roll, right? If I said rock and roll, the boys would be like, mommy, where's the rock? Because I can roll. But yeah, so let's do it. Mothering Mondays. Next Monday, I definitely am going to have a mom on with me. And I was thinking about doing a couple moms next Monday. What we'll see. I'm going to reach out to a couple of moms and we're probably just going to do some mommy and me. No, I'm just playing. We're going to do some mom, me time. All right. So Mothering Monday is our first in the book. I am like excited about this. If you have some topics that you want us to talk about, please feel free to email me, or let me put my email there because you guys can email me. Or matter of fact, you know what? Just go to my Insta. But I'll put the email there as well. And you can email me any topics that you may have. And we'll definitely go over those. And I want us to make this a great conversation. Let's see. And let's click. So email me any topics you want to discuss. JacostaBookings@gmail.com. Okay. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. It's been a Mothering Monday. Again, you can email me here, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. We're going to have so much fun on these Mothering Mondays. As I said, we're going to grab a couple of moms next Monday, maybe several moms next Monday, but it'll be a me time. Well, mothering me time. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait. So, grab your mama or grab some mommies, some friends, and bring them with us mothering me time on next Monday. Please, again, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and share and comment. I'm excited. We're going to do Mothering Mondays all the way up until Mother's Day. And I might keep it going. It just depends. I just really want to help moms out there and us help each other and us have a place where we can scream, we can holler, we can laugh, we can shed a couple tears, but we can jump up and get ourselves back going because we're mothers and we do everything so very well. Remember that. If nobody told you that they absolutely love you, I do. I love each and every one of you. I love you for watching. I love you for just coming on and joining me. Until next time, I'll see you this Thursday for Thursday Devotional and next Monday for Mothering Mondays. See you guys later.